Hey my cutie, so we're just gonna get right into this. I've already prepped my nails and we're just gonna clip them down to the length that's desired. And I do wear my nails long. And I do apologize for the filming angle. I was getting a little frustrated because I kept hitting the stand. But I found a straight edge nail clipper to do my nails in the coffin shape. So we're just gonna take that clipper and just cut the sides of the nails so it's easier to shape them into coffin. I got this tip from Natalie Carmona and also a lot of other people on YouTube that they recommend to get the straight edge nail clip. It helps a lot. It really does. But after you clip, you're just gonna take the nail file and you're gonna file your shape even more precise. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys, this is a clip of my right hand being prepped. So I'm using my Mia Secret dehydrator, and basically I'm just showing you on this hand what I did to my left hand. So I'm putting on my Mia Secret dehydrator and I do that 2 times, and then after the dehydrator I go in with the primer and do that 2 times. But after this clip I'm going to switch back to my left hand. Okay, so now that I've shown you how I would have prepped my nails before then, I'm just going in and giving you guys just some mini swatches of all of the Mia Secret cover colors that I bought that was in a set, so you guys can see how I look. And then I ended up choosing the Mia Secret cover pink, but this is the cover rose. This one, yeah, that's the cover rose, the one I just did. This next one right here is the cover beige. And honestly, in the camera, they all look the same, even in front of me, probably because of my lighting. They kind of look the same. The one that looked mostly different was the pink. But the pink was gorgeous, and it also had some glitters in it as well. See the pink, you can actually tell it's pink. But once I put it down, you can kind of see a somewhat of a difference, but it's not a big difference. So like I said, I ended up going with the Mia Secret cover pink, but before I do that, I just always do a thin layer of clear just because I don't want any acrylic to stain my nails. But I honestly think that's like for the more bright, vibrant color acrylics like blues and yellows and reds, I think they stain your nail beds. But as a precautionary measure, I always just do a thin layer of clear acrylic when I'm doing a fresh full set. And my damping dish is small, so I have to hold it whenever I dip my brush in just to make sure it doesn't fall over. So you see I dip my brush in the damping dish, wipe it on the side, and then take it and dip it in and get a small bead of acrylic and put it on my nail. And when I say thin, I mean really thin, like it's kind of a small bead, and the acrylic is also kind of more wet so it can spray easily. But now I'm going in with the cover pink. I dip my brush in my damping dish, wipe it on the side, then I grab like a medium-sized ball of the cover pink acrylic, and I actually want to work on building a better arch. So instead of starting in the cuticle area like I usually do, I started in the middle of the nail, and I left the acrylic thicker in the middle of the nail, and then I brush it down towards the ends to thin it out so it can have a nice apex. And then I do the cuticle. and then I consistently wipe around the cuticle. But this acrylic is kind of sticky, so it's not as easy to wipe around the cuticle as it would be with a lot of other acrylics. Like, you really got to put a little more pressure in the brush. And I've also been watching Nails by Libby, and she uses a number 10, and she does like the one ball method, which I like. She grabs like a bigger bead and set it in the middle and let it kind of disperse on its own. So that's what I did with this finger. Set it in the middle and let it kind of disperse, and then smooth it out, pat it, and brush it down. And I'm just going to let you guys watch that for a second. And I also want to include the clip of my thumb, just because for some people the thumb can be the problem area because it is bigger. And I work with a number 8 brush, but I want to get a bigger brush. But see how I just put that color pink in the middle first and then brushed it down, and then after I feel like I've got enough in the middle, then I went to my cuticle area. And then I keep turning my finger because I'm looking at it from different angles to make sure I have a nice apex and it's smooth, and the tip is not too thick but thick enough so that it doesn't break. And consistently wipe around that cuticle area so you don't have the acrylic on the cuticle, but also be careful to not have too much monomer on your brush when you do that, because you don't want to catch contact dermatitis, which is kind of like an allergic reaction where your cuticle area could become puffy and swollen and things. Okay, so I also wanted to include how I do my dominant hand with my non-dominant hand. I'm right-handed, so I'm doing my right hand with my left hand. And you guys, this took years of practice. I'm still trying to work on that, but I say years because I've been working on doing my nails since I was 14, 15 years old. And then I stopped when I was 18, all the way up until I was 22, which is now, and then I just started back in August. So that was a big gap in between not doing this. But on this hand, I'm doing the thin layer of clear as well. But I kind of left a more realistic speed in a sense. I didn't speed through it like I did the other hand, just to give you guys a gist of how fast I could possibly do this hand. And you see, I dip my brush in my monomer, and I get my bead with my right hand, and then I switch it over to my left hand and put it on there and brush it down. I get that from Natalie Carmona also. I used to do it all with my right hand. I used to do it all with my left hand, and I did used to switch hands, but you get a better consistency when you pick it up with your dominant hand and then apply it with your non-dominant hand. I hope that makes sense. But you have a better chance of picking up a better acrylic to powder ratio bead when you use your dominant hand, which is my right hand. When I use my right hand to dip it into the monomer, wipe the side of the brush, then dip it into the acrylic, and then I put that brush in my left hand and put it on my nail and swipe it down. But I have a better acrylic to powder ratio from doing that. But I'm going to shut up now and let you guys watch some more of this. I also want to mention that because this acrylic is kind of sticky, sometimes you will see me wipe my brush on the paper towel and then dip my brush back in the monomer and just take it and use that to mold the acrylic down and smooth it out, because it was drying a little bit quicker, so I had to wet it up more so it doesn't dry out too fast, just to give me more time to work with it. Because if it dried up on me and got stiff, my nails would be extra lumpy. And then I'm just applying that bead toward the tip just because I wanted to thicken it up. But if you look at my nail and when I turn my hand certain angles, you see I have a nice apex. Like right there, you can see I have a nice apex on the pinky. And after that, I'm now going in with my nail file and I'm shaping my nails. Again, after the acrylic application, just because when you apply the acrylic, you can lose that shape just a bit. So you just always reshape it to make sure it stays crisp like it needs to. And I'm filing at a 45-degree angle on the sides because this is Coffin. And then at the tip, you'll do a 90-degree angle, which is basically holding the file straight up and down. And now I'm going in with my drill bit. This is a new one. This isn't a safety bit. It's a regular drill bit. It allows me to get the cuticle area better. So I'm just using that drill bit and I'm going into my cuticle area. I'm going around just to make sure I can see my cuticle and my natural nail and make sure I seal the acrylic in so I don't get any lifting. And I usually do very good with no lifting on my left hand because I'm right-handed, so it's easier. But when it comes to my right hand, I do good enough, but I always end up getting lifting on my right hand because I try not to cut myself. So I'm still a work in progress when it comes to that. But on my left hand, I don't really have any lifting. But that's the point of this. And now I'm switching my drill bits just because I like that bit for the cuticle area, but I don't like it to file the surface of the nail because I don't feel like it's taking off anything or it's not taking off the bulk or smoothing the nail out. So I'm going back in with my Macart safety drill bit, and this is the fine. Both drill bits were fine. So this is the fine drill bit, and I still do go around my cuticle a little bit with this, but I mainly use this to file the surface just to make sure. And now if you look closely, you can see the little shavings from me filing is coming off now. See, the other drill bit doesn't really take it off. And then you see me, I rub my pinky just to make sure it's smooth. And then I went under my pinky to get any acrylic that was stuck at the tip. And now after you do all your filing, you want to go in with your buffer block and buff all of your nails. And then after you buff your nails, you can go wash your hands if you would like to, or you can just wipe your nails off with alcohol, whichever you choose. Me, I wiped them off with alcohol because I didn't feel like going to wash my hands. But it's up to you. And this is how it looks before design and everything. And I designed my nails off camera just because it was really late at maybe 12 in the morning. And it took me forever to do this. But after you're done with the design, you go around your cuticles with some cuticle oil. And then you just rub that in. And this is the finished product. Thanks so much for watching, my cuties. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.